I'm going to throw in a real quick video right now because something just came up where I just got a text that someone's, not feeling well. We can't meet together. And that's why I'm making these videos because, there's so much to learn. And yet so much of our time, our business meetings are in these random training meetings where if we're going to meet together, I want to focus on relationship. I want to build team. I want to build quality, trust, relationships. That's what my life is about. I've been. It took me, probably a few couple decades to figure that out, but I've figured that out several decades ago, and I want to build quality, trust, relationships because that can endure no matter what the storms of life will hit us. So the purpose of the training, these little short training videos, is bam, 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 bam. Let's hammer out the basics, but let's focus when we're together on relationship, but and working together. So that's what's the purpose of this, to be able to have these to refer to, pick them up real quick, and but let's go back to building those trust relationships. First of all, within our team, and then with clients and people, because this business is really simple. The hard part is the people skills. And while I'm on there, I might as well tack on when like I said, I wrote out all the things that I could think of that are part of this business, and it's not the starting point, but later on, one of the major keys is personal development. Because in order to create a sustainable business, you have to have character. Now, here's the basic teaching. It was discovered or first documented, as far as I can tell, from in the book Think and Grow Rich. I don't recommend that book in itself, even though there's a fantastic video from Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill himself. It's on YouTube, where he literally, at nearly end of his life, it's a black and white video, and he explains the concepts in the book in a very condensed, I think it might be 3 hours or something, but compared to the whole book, it's really quick, and you can actually hear him talk. And now by this time he's done it. He's literally trained 1 million people or something. Unbelievable. But the concept is the most important driving force in our life should be purpose. We need to know why we were created. Why are we alive? What is it that we are going to do and live for? Our purpose is bigger than a goal. It's bigger than a plan. It's bigger than a hope and a desire, but it's locked to our desires. Who we are as a person. Each person has a different set of desires, and I actually completely believe that we are God created and God given, and God has put in us gifts and abilities, and we're only fulfilled when we line up with those internal God given callings, purpose. So discovering the purpose, for me, it took over a decade, but I started, making notes and making notes and making notes and referring to it, and then since I've locked on to that purpose, my purpose doesn't change. But there's two other really, really important points, and and I actually like to make these little three-legged stools, because you have to have all three of these things. So you have to know what your purpose is, and it needs to be clearly defined what your purpose is, but you have to have the character to walk it out, and you also have to have the faith to believe. So in my case, in Japan, I had this huge vision, purpose, dream. I was going to change the nation. It just burns in me. That's what I do. I want to change a nation. I want to change a city. I want to change a community. I want to change a business. I want to change financial services. It burns in me. The problem is it's too big of a vision for the amount of character and amount of faith, particularly faith and character. So I have to continually work on personal development. I've got to build more character and more faith, I already have this strong desire to help people, but they have to be in equal balance in order to stand up. And the fourth, I'll just throw that out, is once you become a person of character, that you have your three-legged stool standing firmly and not tipping over because your vision's too big or too small, or your faith is too big or too small, but you're firmly standing. So you're a person of character, a person of vision and faith. Now the fourth major part of it is networking. In order to do something bigger than yourself, you've got to find other people of purpose and character and faith that stand freely on their own three legs. But together we can support a much bigger weight and a much bigger traction. And all of those qualities are built into this business. That's why this business is reproducible, it's sustainable, it really, really works. Where this business falls apart every time it says that didn't work and people quit and they get mad or whatever, it's because they didn't have character, or they didn't have a quality vision. So if their actual vision is to become wealthy and famous and sales-centered, well, that's going to fall down eventually, because that's not sufficient vision. That's not sustainable. That's people can figure that out. And then the other thing is, if you don't have faith, if you actually don't have faith in yourself and faith in other people, faith in God, it falls down, because when you hit the hard places, you just quit and say, this doesn't work. Well, of course it doesn't work today, because I haven't learned how to do it. It's gonna work, because I'm gonna learn. I have the faith, and I have the character, because I've already overcome a lot of battles. But that didn't happen overnight. I've been working on this for a lot of years, and so this is just one more business. And that's the difference between people that know how to do it and people that don't. But the people that don't, that's why we're going to train them. And yes, it's going to take some time. So that's why I'm making these training videos.